What's up, my Finan loves? It's Miss Finan D coming to you all from Finan Entertainment News. Funny, I met Tanya helping her with her IVF off camera when I was pregnant. I was happy to help her. A shame she has to lie. As you can see, I was very sincere with her. Hashtag reaching to justify her passive aggressive behavior. Okay, the episode started with the whole wig mess, so I figure I start with it, but I'm not going to be as detailed because for those of you who were here last week, then you know that Bravo always gave us little clips here and there. So I've already done probably 2 to 3 videos on this episode already. I talked about Kenya and Tanya private moment together talking about IVF, even though the camera was there. I talked about the whole wig situation and read comments. So I'm going to link those videos in the description below for those of you who want like the detailed review and reactions and everything I had to say about hair and all of that. The link is in the description below. I also did a separate video on Kenya Moore and hair and all of that. So go ahead and watch those videos if you missed it, for the detailed review. This review right here is going to focus on things that, of course, I didn't see because they show you clips and not the entire episode. So the things that we didn't see that I got to watch on Sunday episode, I'm going to talk about in this video. So people are so quick to jump on, the bully bandwagon as it relates to Kenya Moore. And they're so quick to jump on, this person is so sweet, this person is so nice, and don't see through people. I would much rather, know somebody who keeps it real than to rock for someone who comes out here and pretend. Tanya is a different type of dangerous person. Maybe as the season progresses or on the reunion, okay, we might hear Tanya say something different. But I respect people who can admit, that people did something for them even when they're upset. I would have respected Tanya more had she said, look, I'm not going to lie. Yes, Kenya helped me off camera. Kenya and I talked about IVF. That's how Kenya and I got connected and bonded over that moment of talking about IVF and all of those things. However, it would have been nice if Kenya had, talked to me the same way how she's been talking to me personally and helping me. It would have been nice for her to come to me and tell me, even though Cynthia Bailey was there, I just feel like we were building something and we were getting comfortable with each other, and that she would have, come to me and have that conversation. I would have respected her even more saying that than to sit there and pretend like she did not know what she was talking about. Okay, I'm going to read Kenya tweet in a second. Let's keep it real production. Cynthia told Tanya in Toronto, and that's why she brought the wig. So for the people that were saying that in that scene where you had Tanya screaming that Kenya told her to shove her egg back in her, which was a lie because Kenya never told her that way, and she was just flat out just being an evil person. How does someone help you with something that deep and that serious? You sit there, you smile in their face, you make them feel like you are so grateful, but then go in a group and lie like that as if you're not being filmed. Tanya is the dangerous type of scary, but go on, America. Go on and get sucked into the bubbly attitude and smiles. I want to watch out for people who would just lie like that. All right. But to sit there and pretend like you had no clue that Kenya was talking about you, even though Cynthia Bailey already talked to you in Toronto. So that's the first lie. And then to make it sound like Kenya was being this evil person when she talked to you about IVF completely forgetting that the camera was on you and pretending like she was aggressive. When we watched the clip, she was very calm, very polite, very easygoing with you and encouraging you, compared to Tanya screaming that Kenya said for her to shove her egg back in her right now and all that stuff. And we saw something completely different, okay? Anyways, people were saying, Kenya, you admitting this ever production actually makes Tanya looks good, because that means she had a reason to be upset and to be petty and to pull your wig. No. This tweet actually exposed Tanya even more. It doesn't matter if that means lying and pretending, which is okay. All Kenya is saying, stop hiding behind this I'm a good sweet girl and stand in your truth. Because Tanya actually sat there and lied to Milo face, to Porsha face, and to Candy face when she pretended like she didn't know, okay? And that she just felt like Kenya was talking to her because Kenya kept looking in her direction, when actually Cynthia Bailey already pulled her aside in Toronto and told her that Kenya was indeed talking to her. So she went into that situation being angry, knowing that Kenya was indeed talking to her, and pretended like she didn't know and that she was just guessing. And I'm guessing, so since Kenya wants to be petty, I can be petty too. So all Kenya is saying, girl, just stand in your truth. Say you got mad after you found out that I was talking about you and your man, and you reacted on that anger and thought pulling a wig out of the bag was going to be this big deal, where it wasn't. And the video is linked, it's in the description below, to see people basically making comments and laughing at her and telling her that that wasn't tea, okay? And if you're going to come for Kenya, come harder. So think about it. This girl lied on Kenya about the whole IVF situation after Kenya helped her off camera. Then she goes on camera knowing what happened, but then pretended like she had no clue and she was just guessing, and then sat there and lied to a Porsha face, lied to a Milo face, and then questioned Candy, pretending like she had no clue and that she was just guessing. So do you see how amazing production is with their craft? We had no clue that Cynthia Bailey was in the room and a part of that conversation, because production zoomed in on Tanya and Kenya just for them to zoom out. And guess who was also laying on the bed? Cynthia Bailey was right there during the conversation. And Cynthia was like, when we were with Tanya, her reaction was different. Let's talk about the whole wig thing. Of course, I already did a video, so we don't have to drag this, but I'm still going to go ahead and read some of the comments, okay? This person wrote, Tanya girl, that's all you got? Who cares if Kenya Moore wear a wig? And of course, Kenya, retweeted a few things. I'm sorry, Tanya, but if that's your comeback, you definitely lost against Kenya. So Kenya wears wigs and weaves sometimes to protect her long, beautiful, natural hair. Tanya, that was your tea. Do better. Kenya laughing at the replay of her and Brendan. I love Brendan and their amazing moments on the show. And she was like, this intro music though, where is my royalty check? All right. Tanya really think her tea about Kenya's wigs will get Kenya. Girl, this is Kenya Moore. Molly, you in danger, girl. All right. Opening the package is not in question, okay? I called her so many times and she purposely didn't give it to me because she had a plan. Never came for her. Kenya is the verbal and shit assassin. When will you learn? Okay, Styles, let me go to Kenya Instagram page. What's on your wig, sis? Of course, I've posted all of these pictures. We saw this video. Yes, edges, get into it.
Why they mad? Waist length hair. Hey. Why they mad? Yes. Get into it. Yeah. Why they mad?
Okay, so come through and promote more hair care. Wigs can be worn as protective styles, not to hide your real hair because of damage. If you are serious about getting your real hair healthy, strong, and long, visit Kenya Moore Hair. Okay, the thing is, Bravo is not satisfied, right? They gave Shamia the water bottle. That didn't work, okay? Kenya still did amazing, and her products are in stores, right? Sally Beauty stores, okay? So, oh, no, that didn't work. Let's go ahead and try to do this wig thing, and it still didn't work, okay? Kenya also posted this right here, just showing people that she's never said that she doesn't wear wigs and stuff. And I did a whole video on her putting extensions in her hair. Go ahead and watch those videos if you missed it. But anyways, this is the first one. This one, exactly like the video I uploaded, where Kenya is seen putting the color extension in her hair because she doesn't color her natural hair, to not damage it. So she used color wigs, addings and things like that. This one at the reunion. Exactly. She didn't cut her hair bangs. This one where I even talked about in that video where she, gave Candy a shout out for allowing her to use her ponytail. This one. So Kenya is like, buy wig, tune in tonight, okay, to hashtag Real Housewives of Atlanta on Bravo. And basically the hair haters are out in full force. Yes, a black chocolate woman can achieve waist-length hair, protective styles, weaves, non-lace, front wigs, buns, braids, twist outs, natural hair, etc. are helpful to keep heat styles and chemicals from further damaging your hair. If you want free tips on how to properly care for your hair and products that help grows it longer and healthier, check out Kenya Moore Hair. So didn't I say that in the video I did on Kenya, that the mindset that we as black people have to be mixed with something else, someone else, to then have something naturally beautiful? That's us black people saying to ourselves that our blackness isn't good enough. Our blackness isn't beautiful. Our blackness can grow long natural hair. Our blackness is not worthy enough. And in order for us to be worthy and deemed enough, we have to be mixed with something else. We have to be mixed with someone else, because only then we are seen as beautiful. Only then we can have hair that is deemed beautiful. That is a deep-rooted message and sickness right there. If you think about it that way, then all of the people who are talking that way will stop, because your blackness is beautiful. Your blackness is amazing. Your blackness is everything, and you do not have to be mixed with nothing, okay, for any of that. So people who don't follow Kenya Moore, there are people who just jump on the bully bandwagon, so they don't even know that Kenya have openly wore wigs, openly talked about it, even filmed a video and posted it on Instagram with her wigs. So they jumped on, wearing a wig is not a problem, Kenya. It's the fact that you act like your hair is always natural. You can tell who follows Kenya, who watches the show, who knows, and who doesn't. Now, the song that they played with Kenya and Brendan. It was basically the season where Porsha put her hands in Kenya's natural hair. Kenya tripped and Porsha held on to Kenya's hair. Kenya was saying in that moment, you pulled my natural hair, basically. Okay? And she was sitting there with Brendan with her natural hair. So let's move on from the hair conversation because I already did a long video on it. And then this person, your growth serum is everything. It has helped my hair so much. Kenya responded, thank you for giving it a try. The serum is our bestseller. Hashtag #RHOA Atlanta. This person, I can vouch for that. It's been wonderful. My daughter and I hair. It's been wonderful for she man. It's been sold out at 3 Sally Beauties in my area for weeks. My daughter and I here are so sad. What's the name of it? Kenya Moore Growth Serum is at Sally Beauty and Amazon. Sometimes I see it. Where can you purchase? She literally just put it up above. I'm loving your products as well. I have the shampoo, conditioner, growth serum. Seeing results in 3 days of use for real, and order the edge control tonight. So glad to use products that are actually working in a short amount of time. Thanks, Kenya. I can't believe that's how she came for Kenya. I pity you, Tanya. Alright, so this person wrote, if Kenya and Porsha are rekindling their bond, why is Porsha being so shady on her confessionals? This meant in her confessionals. Andy asked Porsha this question, and Porsha responded, it's a shady show. Kenya responded, that's the question I had too, or why she didn't take up for me. You have Porsha fans, fun shade, everyone the show is shady. That was Porsha's response. So Porsha girl, when Kenya returned the fun shade favor, don't be sitting there talking about, I knew this whole we're friends wasn't gonna last. There goes Kenya. When she throw her shade, it might not be fun shade to you, but it will be fun shade to her. And I hope that you happily receive it. The name change about Eva, daughter and the husband, all of that. It was a cute moment, a beautiful family moment. A lot of people are not here for it, and some people are here for it. Whatever the case might be, like Eva said, her husband is adopted, and he knows what it's like, so it makes sense, for him to step up in that way. Wishing Eva and her family the best. And then the party situation. Some of you might say Kenya was nice enough to invite Eva to Brooklyn's event, even though she didn't bring her kids. Kenya have Brooklyn. Why didn't Eva invite Kenya? And, people might have different reasons, but you never know. Maybe Kenya wasn't available for filming and all of these different things. Okay, so we're aware that Eva and Porsha are going through their moment right now. So it makes sense that Porsha and Pilar, were not there. Eva talking about, Candy being in her business and, giving Candy the new nickname Salt Bay and all of that. At the end of the day, Eva, you said what you said on camera. I don't understand why these girls forget stuff. Like, if the camera is in your face and you said something, why are you blaming Candy for taking it back? Even if Candy did not take it back, the camera would have taken it back. You understand what I'm saying? So in as much as I'm not here for Candy sometimes, and I have talked about her being the new bone collector and her being messy, I've talked about it in a way where people reaction. That's what I talk about when I say it's not fair. If Kenya was being the bone collector, the way how people react to other people is not the same. When Kenya does the same thing, all hell breaks loose. It's like, oh my gosh, Kenya's over here being messy and nobody cares. Why? Because it's a show. The cameras are rolling and the producers are doing their job. So why, when it comes to other people understands that it's a show? But when it comes to Kenya Moore, people completely ignored the camera and attacked her. Okay? Kenya going back and saying what the cookie lady said, it's a show. They were being filmed. So even if Kenya didn't say anything, even though she didn't say Tanya's name, it was still going to be revealed, okay, that all of this happened on camera. So why is it when it comes to Kenya, people can't just say it's a show? When it comes to Candy, it's, oh my gosh, it was filmed. It's a show. I even understand that. So anyway, so Eva, Candy wasn't wrong in that aspect of things, because everything you said it on film, and Porsha would have found out anyways. That's my point. If you said something, you said it, own it, and then move on. That's all. People were coming for Candy a little bit, saying why she didn't tell Tanya. And if you noticed, we never saw Cynthia Bailey and Kenya talking to Candy about this, okay? So Candy was basically sticking to what she said. She said if things happened on camera and everyone is going to see it anyways, then she have no problem bringing it up because it was filmed and people are going to see it anyways. However, when conversations happen off camera, then she keeps her loyalty to those people because it didn't happen on camera, meaning they didn't want it on camera. So Kenya and Cynthia told her about the cookie lady off camera, and that's the reason why she didn't say anything about it on camera. And of course, like I said, Cynthia, have a closer relationship with Tanya, and she should have been the one to tell her, and eventually Cynthia was the one who told Tanya. Another thing that people were upset about is that when they all came and met up with Kenya, and Kenya was somewhat, about to go in on Tanya, and Cynthia, it's like, what's up with all of the back and forth and hidden secrets? Like, y'all on the show, y'all all grown. You told Tanya, then go and tell your friend, by the way, I told Tanya what you were talking about and move on. But I understand people have to drag out these storylines. So now, Kenya's going to find out that Cynthia told Tanya and she didn't tell her. Oh, this mess. This is like, oh, can we move on already? And overall, it was a decent episode. Like, people were saying, oh my gosh, it wasn't all that. I mean, come on. Even in a movie or anything in life, you got to have a balance, okay? Even the people who hate all the time and the people who love drama, there will come a day where those same people will say, listen, we live for your shade. We live for the hating. We live for all of that. But yeah, mix it up some. It just can't be that bad, but every day you wake up, you want to hate and drag on people. Mix it up sometimes. So it can't always be explosive and people trying to fight people. You have a hot episode and then you have a, cool down episode where it's not all of that. So I think the episode was decent after everything that happened, with the whole snake gate and all of that. Of course, Nene Leakes is doing her own speak on it. And she had a lot to say about Kenya. I'm going to do a separate video about that. For someone who constantly claims that they are so unbothered and they don't care about Kenya, you sure talk about her a lot, but that's going to be in a different video. Anyways, overall, if I missed anything, I'll talk about it in the next video that I upload. I'm wishing all of you the best, and I'm also wishing all of the ladies on the show the best. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted, and I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.